You are now watching the Biz to Biz podcast with Alan and Justin.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Justin, live from B2B Vault, the Biz to Biz podcast, sponsored by Nationwide Payment Systems, hosted by this guy, the Sir Isaac Newton of payment processing himself, Alan Kopelman. What's up, bro?
It's another day. We're getting close to Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving Day.
Turkey Day. Or for Justin, a tofurkey.
You never eat a tofurkey, bro.
No, you
have a steak.
Okay, awesome. I like it. Steak.
I don't know what we're having.
Oh, okay.
We haven't even talked about making anything at our house.
All right.
I don't know. It's weird climate.
Weird climate.
Don't really have, I don't know.
You got a story, or you want me to go?
First, I'd like to say R.I.P. to Twan Mack. You don't know who he is. It's a guy that I grew up with in Milwaukee. He was a hip-hop guy, and he wasn't like a local guy. So people all around the world knew who Twan Mack was.
Okay.
Yeah, so rest in peace to you. My condolences to the family, bro.
Same.
I was thinking of, like, me and Dude would get into it so much, bro, because I knew him since I was like 12.
Okay.
Right? Like a little kid, basically. And
Yeah.
so he knew my name, Justin, right? But in the city, you don't call people by their first name, right?
Okay.
But he didn't do that, but he would call me Just.
Okay.
Which was okay too, because Jay is just justice is part of it. Anyway, so he called me Just. I hated it. Oh, bro. But yeah, man. Rest in peace, Twan, bro. Dude was a lyrical genius. He would always, when he'd walk up to you, or like, you'd be talking about something and, you'd make a breakthrough. He'd be like, man, Jay, you a scientist, bro. You a scientist. You know what I mean? Like, he'd be so excited.
Should post one of his songs today on the social.
Rest in peace, Twan Mack, bro. But yeah, other than that, man, Meta, the FTC put the middle finger up to Meta, and they're going through with their lawsuit.
Ooh. Okay.
So they're looking to break up the WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook conglomerate. That's crazy. That's kind of, I don't know.
That's going to be interesting.
It's just weird that they're trying to break up all the tech companies.
Well, they're trying to go after Google and do that too.
Well, they're going after Google.
Right.
They're not trying.
No, I'm just saying. Well, trying is like it hasn't gotten anywhere yet.
Yeah, I guess they started in 2020.
Right.
So, but yeah, the FTC approved it. So that's not I'm sure that's not a cheap lawsuit.
No, we'll see how it all shakes out.
I mean, he's got the money, but still having to deal with that on top of like trying to, launch these other things. Like, well, Threads is included in that too.
Yes.
So he's trying to launch advertisement on Threads by January. So
well, we'll see what happens with all that. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Good luck, Zuck. I don't really know you, man, but I don't dislike you. I don't know you. I don't know you enough to hate
you. Well, there's rumors about them going after Microsoft too. So it's been going,
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah, right, bro. Microsoft is in the government's pockets. I worked for the government.
Yeah.
Everything was Microsoft. You couldn't bring an Apple device in there type vibes. You know
what I mean?
There's
some agencies, no Apple phones.
Well, in the government, they're not handing out
iPhone?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're giving you Android phones that are like the basic of the basic.
Oh, super basic.
Yeah. Highway.
So speaking of the government.
Oh, shit.
The FBI, so during the election, there was this guy, I guess he's young. He looks young because I saw him on TV today. They had this app called Polymarket, and the guy was taking the
They
bets.
seized his phones.
They seized his phones. They broke into his house. They took all his computers.
They don't say they broke into his house.
They raided him.
Raided his house.
Raided it.
He obviously was doing some dumb shit, and they found some shit online, and they're like, yo, you can't be doing sports betting when it comes to the presidential election.
Well, he wasn't the only one. Robin Hood did it too.
Yeah, but I think his bet was like they were predicting the win.
Robin Hood did too.
No, not like the way he.
Oh, not the way he did it.
It was something very specific.
Oh, he was definitely. The reason is he was predicting 68% Trump was going to win.
And that's what happened?
Yeah.
Exactly on the head?
No, but no, Trump won by way more than 65. He won way more than
way
that.
More.
Well, he crushed it in the election.
He crushed it, man.
He crushed it on the Electoral College and the popular vote.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
He cheated.
Okay. So Biden cheated in 2020. He cheated in 2024. Whatever. We get who we get. That's it.
He cheated.
Like Mr. Wonderful says, no matter who gets elected, we got to get up, go to work, and just deal with whatever happens. Right, Rocky? Is that what we're saying? Okay.
Yeah, man. Also, you hear OpenAI is about they're releasing their agent codenamed Operator.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
That's pretty cool, dude. You're gonna be able to use OpenAI for everything, bro. Like, it's literally gonna be. You'll be able. I feel like very soon you'll be able to train an AI agent or operator to do things that you do online for your everything. I'm talking my entire job.
No, I've seen it already. Like I saw this guy.
I've seen some automated stuff,
right.
Yeah, but I'm talking about putting in a single prompt and it being done. And that's going to be some cool shit to be able to witness, I think. I mean, people. It's going to suck for people who don't adapt to it and learn how to use the technology and make them better. That's going to suck.
No, somebody sent me a LinkedIn message the other day, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, do you want to clone yourself?" And they have this clone thing.
Yeah, I seen that, Alan. I'm not. That's not what this is.
I know, but I'm just going to tell you what that.
I know what that is. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the AI thing from OpenAI. That's going to be able to. If you ask it one thing, it's going to do everything that it'll go grocery shopping for you. It'll find the cheapest prices for you without, you know what I'm saying? Like very little effort.
It'll be pretty cool if you could talk to it. You didn't have to type it all in.
I mean, I'm sure you can. That's just voice to text.
Right. No, I'm just saying it's crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I know exactly the tool you're talking about though, but forget that tool.
Okay.
Forget.
I just thought it was weird because I don't want to type to some AI thing and ask it a bunch of questions.
But that's not what that is.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, there's all kinds of crazy stuff like that. I mean, now you can do the Chat GBT search. You did it for.
Yeah, the search engine that's built into it. Yeah,
now there's a whole search engine, so you can go in there, hit the search button, and it searches for all different stuff.
I seen a big ass joke the other day. It's like how the search results are changing. It's like Google takes your content and makes it their own, and they're AI generated. Then an ad, then some other shit, map pack, then another ad, then more Google generated AI mumbo jumbo, another ad, and then organic results.
That's crazy.
That's messed up. It was a joke, but it's pretty accurate.
I mean, I see all these apps coming out now, like says, "Oh, get this AI generated news," right? So you get news stories, and it's all AI generated from whatever they're finding on Google that they think is interesting. Like that.
I don't understand what you're saying. AI generates, like they write the articles for you?
Yeah, they go and they find a story on the news. That Newsbreak app does it. and it'll say on the bottom of the story, sometimes it'll say AI
It's
generated.
because the content was generated with AI, just like we do.
No.
Yes, bro. What the fuck?
No, it says AI generated.
Yes, it's because they used ChatGPT or some sort of artificial intelligence writing tool to write the article, bro. That's why they state that in the art. They have to do that.
Okay, well,
If you're a journalist,
yeah,
you have to. It's come on, man.
well, I think what they're doing is taking stuff that's on TV and then they're just typing it up into a story. Like it's a television story, not a typed story. Okay, forget it. Let's just move on.
I'm sorry. But that's what it's for. That's why they put that there. It's because they used AI to help generate the article.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Like AI didn't craft some sort of freaking whatever.
They used AI to craft the article. What?
Yeah, man. Did you see also I was
Well, I'm just saying, it's
very
ridiculous.
surprised that on Amazon I got this huge announcement, right? Like it was like I got an email, I got a text message, and some other another notification.
Right.
Like literally simultaneously. And it's because Amazon is launching a Temu and Shein.
Oh, yeah, I saw
It's
that.
called Amazon Haul,
Yeah.
right? And I'm thinking to myself, I've heard of this Amazon. Where's this haul shit from? And it's from TikTok but it wasn't Amazon, it was a Shein haul.
Right.
And I seen it because my daughter showed it to me before.
Right.
And it's like a woman orders a whole bunch of stuff off of Shein because everything on Shein is like $3.
Right.
You know
It's
what
crazy.
I'm saying? So she gets $100, you having a 50-pound box of stuff dropped off to
Right.
you. So they call it the haul.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Amazon jacked them for the whole... Well, it wasn't really jacking them because it was just like a hashtag on TikTok.
Okay.
Like Shein haul. It wasn't an official Shein thing.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it
Could
was.
be.
But they obviously beat them to the punch, and so it's Amazon haul and haul, not haul. Like a haul.
H-A-U-L.
Yes, haul.
Like you all.
You hauled it away.
Right.
And so everything's going to be $20 and under,
Right.
but mostly under. And it's going to come directly from China, and it'll be here within 1 to 2 weeks.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
For China. I mean most
because
of these places.
I'm sure all of it is just the products that are already available on Amazon, and they filtered it, right?
You probably have to make a certain
Shit that's
amount.
just straight out. No, it's like straight out of China though.
Right.
Too. Like if it's being produced in China, let's filter out all the products that we got that are coming straight from this facility that we're already running.
Right.
You know what I mean? All the home goods.
Is going to be is there going to be you got to get $20 worth of stuff?
No, I don't think so.
$50? Oh, okay.
Timo's not like that.
No, Temu.
But you got to pay shipping. Regardless.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Shipping's nuts.
That's what I try to explain to my daughter too. Like, yeah, the package, it still costs you $30 to get it delivered, bro.
It's nuts. And it takes 6 to 8 weeks sometimes to get stuff.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. My daughter ordered some shit last Christmas.
Yeah.
And she got it in May or June.
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous, the lead time on that. Okay, this is the funniest story that I've seen. This one's really funny. So, these people in California said that their car was attacked by a bear. And they had they had ring, they have security cameras outside. So they sent the security camera footage to the insurance company, and the guy had a Rolls Royce and another expensive car, and his neighbor had an expensive car, and there's claw marks on the car, on the seats, right? The car is messed up, like 180, 200 grand of damage, right? So the insurance company, I don't know if they paid it out. I guess they paid it out, right? And then they decided to do an investigation. And you can see in the video, you can't really see it's a bear. So they go to the guy's house. What do they find? A bear suit. The guy's house. You see it on TV. They busted him. He's got a bear suit. And he fake that he destroyed his Rolls Royce and whatever other luxury cars he had.
Oh, what? Wow.
Scratched this and
Insurance scam
and
gone wrong.
And you
bro.
see like the seat's got like a claw mark on it. The outside's got a claw mark on
like
the car.
unnatural. Like it
Well, I
doesn't
guess
look-
they thought it didn't look like a bear did it.
I mean, because a bear is gonna destroy some shit. It's not like when you see like a,
Yeah, it's not going to make a mark.
you know, like
this.
on the Raptor on
Yeah.
the truck, like Dave has, like it's like peeling off because it like some Freddy Krueger type vibes.
Or what that Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Yeah, so it sounds like a bear.
For those that are just
Bear.
listening, Alan did a very awkward hand motion. But anyway, no did he? Yeah, man, that shit. That's
No, but
crazy.
I mean, the bear's going to bite the seat or like take a chunk out of it, right? Instead, there's just like a light claw.
Yeah, no,
mark
that's not happening.
on the leather.
Yeah, no. I mean, if it was like on the top, like it was climbing on the hood of the car or something.
Oh, did that too?
I could believe that.
No, but they did that. But you see, like, the bear. And I was like, are you kidding me? And the insurance company, I guess, they didn't think that it looked right. So they investigated and insurance fraud, and they're busted.
As they should, man.
They got busted for that. How crazy is that?
That's just stupid.
Oh.
That's stupid. That's pretty stupid. Yeah, man. What else? What you got there?
So I got this other story, which I thought this story I think is just crazy. So there was this 10-year-old girl in Arizona, and her parents got her baby chickens. So she decided she wanted to raise these chickens, and she raised them. And then, you know, they have like growing up down here, we have the Dade County Youth Fair. You ever been to that?
No.
It's in Miami. So, you know, they still have like that 4-H kind of stuff where people raise, you know, different animals and show them. You know, they show their chickens.
I know what
their
a state
ducks.
fair is, sir.
Right, okay.
Wisconsin State Fair, I think, is one of the largest state fairs in the United States.
So, so I remember like.
So there's that. I'm from Wisconsin, bro. Milwaukee is a city where, like, there is no farmland in Milwaukee.
Okay.
But 35 minutes north, 35 minutes south, 35 minutes west, you're going to run into a farm.
Right.
I myself I've been to maybe 2 farms in my life that I can recall, besides a pumpkin patch, and that don't really count.
Okay.
But yeah, bro, I know the state fair.
I'm just saying.
Funnel cakes, everything's deep fried.
Oh, yeah.
Everything smells like horse shit and cows.
I've been to the Iowa State Fair too.
It's exact. I know. Yeah, and they have like a pig race.
Yeah.
Every year.
So the girl was showing her chickens, and some guy liked the chickens, right? They were, I guess, you know, they won a
ran in the
prize.
chicken coop.
No, they won a prize, right? So some guy said he wanted to buy, I guess, all or some of her chickens, and gave her a check, her and her mother a check for $2,100. So the
check bounce.
The mom takes the check to the bank to put it in her daughter's account.
Oh, what!
And the bank decides after a few weeks that they closed. All of a sudden, the mother's bank account is closed. The daughter's bank account is closed. They froze the money that was in the bank. They said they couldn't verify the check. They didn't think it was legit. They knew who the guy was, so they called him up. And I believe this was Chase. And they called the guy up, and he went to don't quote me that it was them, but it's a big bank that he called the bank. He even went into the bank to tell them that that's his check and it is legit. And they were trying to call some phone number up, and they were saying, you know, and the guy called them back, and he's like, no, this is a completely legit transaction. And so they wouldn't give the girl the money. So finally they called the local TV station and explained it all to the local TV station. And the local TV station, I guess, called the bank up.
Did an investigative reports.
I guess they threatened to do an investigative report. And the bank decided to get, all of a sudden, poof, here's your money. Come pick it up.
Interesting.
And, you know, I hear these stories all the time.
I mean, that's you know, I mean, as a small business owner who was like hustling back in the day, that shit happened to me all the time. You deposit a check for a large sum and they're not used to seeing that, your checking account's frozen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's happened to me numerous times, and that is the reason why you open a business checking account, because then that way you can actually still access money in your personal account. I myself went through a couple of hardships because I learned that the hard way.
No, it's crazy. And then
Yeah, you got to separate that money, though. And that's exactly probably why they did it. They're like, what the hell are you, it's not a business account.
No, why is the little girl getting a check for $2,100 from a business?
Exactly. Like, this is some fraudulent shit.
Right.
I get it, yeah.
But even though the guy who wrote the check went to the bank to verify it, they still the bank didn't care.
That's sad.
Yeah, they wouldn't even give her the physical check back so they could take it to another bank, which I think is wrong.
That's the workaround that I did. If I got paid in a check, I would go to where the check got distributed from.
Right, and
sometimes it would take you a long time.
Right.
Because they didn't want to come out of that money.
Right.
You know what I mean? They would tell me to come back. You got to come back tomorrow. If it was over 10 grand, you got to come back tomorrow.
Right.
We'll have it ready for you in the morning. That type of shit. But, Yeah,
getting checks and then
that's a hassle, bro. Don't get done with paper checks.
That's why now, like, people Zelle money, people ACH money. You send somebody a ACH. I had some guy
How does the Zelle in business? How much do they take for
$1?
No, that's not bad.
What was crazy is I had a guy the other day, and he's like, "Oh, you had to ACH me." I'm like, "Well, you could send me the money, ACH it," and then he's like, "Oh, send me a Zelle request." I never did that before, so I went into my business bank. I sent him a request, and then he sent me the money.
It's basically an invoice at that point.
Yeah, it's an invoice.
Yeah,
so
it's really. I think it's genius.
Yeah,
I think if PayPal would have done this 20 years ago,
solved a lot of problems.
I mean, what the hell?
You can't say it's not legitimate, right?
Exactly. I mean, and it's instant. I mean, after a while, I don't know, mine now I can send up to a lot of money.
Well, after you have a record, it allows you to do things. But when you're new, it's not that easy to do.
Yeah, no, when I lost my debit card a couple months ago, I don't know what I pressed when I
froze it.
I froze it,
right?
Which I should have done, but when I was on the phone with my bank, I said no to a question, which was detrimental to my Zelle account and everything else that was attached to my checking account. So when I was sending my rent, I tried to pay my rent.
Right.
And it sent me an email like, he'll have his rent in 7 to 9 days. And I was like, what? So, don't do that. Just make sure you're listening to what your bank is telling you about stuff.
No, and there's
because I turned off instant payment.
Oh, instant payment.
And you can't just
turn it back on.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, one of the crazy things is there's been a insane amount of bank fraud going on, and it's crazy. So somebody recently, they went and opened up a business checking account at this bank. They put in some money, and it was all legitimate. Then they got a big check from some guy who turned out to be a scammer, but the people were in on it for $400,000.
Damn.
Of several checks totaling that amount. Then the woman and her business partner started taking out the money. Mm-hmm. And because it's a large check, sometimes you deposit a check in the bank, they'll give you 10, 20, 30% of that, right? Or even half of it sometimes.
Yeah, just like we're saying, if you got good standing or if you have money already there.
So they seasoned up the bank account, and then they started taking out all the money.
Nice.
And then the check bounced, and now busted, they get arrested. But it's been happening a lot. I've been reading number of stories about this happening where these scammers.
I've been reading about attorneys doing that shit like crazy down here.
Attorneys?
Yeah, I just read this article yesterday morning about there's specifically this one attorney.
Yeah.
Who is like a high,
Right.
His retainers are like 80,000 type shit, right?
Yeah.
Like he's one of those types of lawyers. And dude is just disappearing with the bread, and he's still all good with the bar.
Yeah,
he's in good standing with the bar. Like at the time of this article yesterday, whenever day, this week, whenever it was, released, he was still at good stand. When it was written, he was still at good standing.
That's crazy.
I can't understand. I don't understand.
We had a guy who was an attorney try to get a merchant account a couple of months ago, and we turned on the merchant account. The guy processed, I don't know, like $100,000 worth of credit cards and ACH, and then all of a sudden the bank shut him off. And I was like, oh, why is this guy getting shut off? And he ends up getting shut off because apparently the guy was like taking deposits from people and then
not filing the lawsuit.
Not filing it.
That's what this guy is doing.
Or like they ask for the money back and the guy doesn't want to give them the money back.
Because I think that,
it was like
attorneys are very
thing.
smart.
And
and it's probably in the contract that they signed.
Yeah, it is. The guy showed me, but then
exactly. So it's ended up being stupidity. I mean, or I don't want to say stupidity, but
Well, you have to put in there like if you want
need to read your contract.
If they're supposed to do it within 7 days, it needs to say that.
Right now,
it can say something else that you're not prepared for. But the other thing was this guy's all of a sudden all these people that were fighting with him, they started posting on BBB.
Mm-hmm.
And then I checked his bar thing to see does this guy still act like any bar violations? He didn't have any, but on Better Business Bureau, the guy had an F with 20 complaints.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the
same.
It
all happened really fast.
So that's the same thing with this guy.
That's crazy.
Thing. That's sad that they're the reason that the article that I'm talking about was talking about there's a go-kart. A big go-kart business in Miami.
Yeah.
Like a famous, it's just, I don't know, whatever. They're in a problem with the people who own their land.
Okay.
And their lease is up in January or some shit, and they're just out of $80,000, and they're basically going to lose their business.
And the guy's not helped.
In the wind.
In the wind.
Just
that's
gone.
Crazy. Read the contract. We talk about this all the time. If you're going to sign something,
read it.
I always print it out. I never just sign stuff that people DocuSign me.
No, read.
I read it and I make sure. And if there's a question, ask them questions, because the stupidest question is the one you didn't ask.
That's a fact, Jack. Straight up, man. But yeah.
So it's important to read contracts, leases, contracts, anything you're going to sign, an agreement.
If you're putting your John Hancock on there.
Right. And if you expect the attorney to do something within 7 days, then it needs to be in the contract that don't verbally go by what somebody verbally says.
And then just give them $80,000.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, because you could give me $80,000, I'll fight a lawsuit for you right now. I'll do everything. Be like Superman. Clark Kent.
Justin will just make a few phone calls and send some guys down.
See, kneecaps might be broken.
He'll say, here's the new lease. Please sign the extension.
No, you're going to sign the extension.
You're going to sign the extension.
Sign here.
Sign here, okay.
Or just give me your hand. I'll sign it for you.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, man, no, I'm kidding, man. Obviously.
Well, that's the pod for today.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
We're going to be okay.
Read your contracts.
Yes, read your contract.
Peace out. Carpe diem. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much. B2B Vault.